So are we starting to see strength coming back in the Singapore technology sector? So over the past 2 months, it was rather quiet. I would say a bit boring. We've seen most of the technology counters kind of like, showing weakness, moving sideways. But it seems like over the past few days, we're seeing a bit of strength coming back, especially with Joe Biden winning the US elections. Right. So the question is, can there be a bit more upside coming back in some of these Singapore technology stocks? And today we'll be looking at just 2 stocks, and they are AEM and HighPeak, right? So these are stocks which I feel there are a bit of actions coming back that could potentially be a bit more upside if some of those key levels are breached. Alright, so this is AEM right over here. About a month back, right over here, you can see that we were actually trading at about $3.63. So there were some upside targets that were drawn as they kind of like approach that $3.40, right? So that was where we're seeing a bit of support, and that's where we might potentially see a rebound. Alright, so that was about a month ago, and there's some upside targets that were drawn from this $3.40 support. What about HighPeak? Let's take a look at HighPeak. So HighPeak, just a few days back, right over here, in fact just last week, we saw a bit of actions with it kind of breaching that $1.30 resistance level. So it was kept below this $1.30, I would say, since August, but it seems like we kind of broke that level, and there's some upside targets that were drawn all the way to about $1.40. And of course, if it does break that 140, probably to 150. Alright, so this was just last week, a few days back, and today is the 9th of November 2020. So we'll look at these 2 stocks again, AEM and HighPeak, to see where we are and could there potentially be a bit more upside. So guys, I would appreciate an early thumbs up. It will definitely help out the YouTube channel a lot, and thank you so much, right? So let's dive into the 2 counters, and the first one we'll be covering will be AEM, right? So this is live AEM right here. Today is the 9th of November, which is like 1:55 p.m. just after lunch, and AEM is currently trading at about $3.70. So I mentioned that a month back we're somewhere around here trading about $3.60 plus a bit of downside, but then we might see a rebound from this support at about 340 to 330 kind of level. So it did kind of rebound from this level, and right now we're currently about $3.70. So it seems like quite a good move, I would say, over the past few days, the fact that we managed to break that 360 temp resistance level. So we might see a bit of short-term upside coming back all the way back to about $4. I would say $4 would be a very critical resistance. I think I mentioned it in previous video as well. Look at this, right? The $4 was initially the support level that we've been holding, right, above since like September, August, right? But we kind of broke that level and went all the way to like 340. So right now we might be heading towards that $4, and that's potentially where a bit of profit taking can come back again. Alright, so in terms of the mid to long term trend, I think I mentioned as well, mid to long term trend, it still looks okay. I mean, looking at the 100 days moving average red line and the 200 days moving average blue line, both of them are still sloping upwards. So the mid to long term trend still looks okay, right? Especially if many of those key support levels were to hold, like the 340 or maybe the 330 level right now. That would be a good support, I would say, for now. Okay, so just take note of the resistance near $4. That's where we might see a bit of profit taking. Of course, if we do see a bit of bullish actions coming back above that $4, then that's a good thing, right? We might potentially head towards that 440. Alright, 440 would be the next critical resistance that we have kind of tested somewhere in August. Okay, so this is AEM, a bit of upside. I would say anything above 360 for now. Alright, we might start to see a bit more short-term strength. So this is another technology counter, HighPeak, alright, that's traded on the Singapore Exchange. Alright, and over the past few days I mentioned that we're somewhere around here. We've kind of broke that $1.30 resistance level. We've been kept below that 130, I would say, since August, about 2 months I would say, and we kind of like broke that 130. So it's a bit of a good signal, alright, in terms of the short-term upside happening, alright. And today it will be key, right? Because today I would say we have breached, alright, this $1.40. Look at this, the $1.40 was originally the support level that we've been holding above since like the beginning of the year, from January this year all the way to like last year October. We were holding above for like 3 months, and we broke it when COVID came, and then somewhere around January went all the way down. So this, I would say, $1.40 level support will now become a resistance. And it seems like right now, alright, it's the 9th of November, we've kind of like broke that 140 resistance level. So I'm not too sure if it can stay above today, right? But I think if it does stay above today, then we might start to see a bit more short-term upside. Let me just go ahead to draw some targets. We might see a bit of upside all the way to maybe about 150. 150 would be a good psychological resistance level. Of course, if that 150 were to give way as well, we might potentially hit back all the way to about $1.70. Why 170? Look at this, 170 all this while since over the past 1-2 years, since 2019, we've been kept below that 170 to 180. So anything near 170, 180, I think that is where we might potentially see a bit of selling, a bit of profit taking coming back again. Okay, so in terms of the moving averages, in terms of the trend indicators, we're seeing a bit of I would say bullishness coming back in terms of the short-term trend. Look at this right over here, the 20 days moving average has kind of like crossed back bullishly above the 100 days moving average. So that's a good sign in terms of the shorter term trend. I reckon like consolidating to like turning up as well, right? So yeah, I think that's a good thing for now. I think anything above 140, if it does hold above this new support level, that's where we can potentially see a bit of upside, right? So this is high P as of the 9th of November 2020. So guys, there we have it. These are just two Singapore technology counters, AEM and high P. I hope you have taken note of the key levels. So if you like this video, be sure to smash the subscribe button if you have not yet done so, and hit the like button as well, right? So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to see you in the next video.